What's up? Welcome back to Apex Alchemy. Today we're going to talk about the Civivi Conspirator. This is one of the knives that Dopey sent in, and I like it, man. I'm not sure what Civivi does with their Damascus. I'm not sure what kind of steel it's made out of, what types of steels are like it's composed of, or if it's laser etched. I really don't know. This is information I don't have, and I couldn't really find much. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are that have opinions, and that's awesome. But like I don't want to spread those opinions if they're not real. But the Damascus actually it looks really good. To me, I mean, I'm not hard to impress. I like Damascus. I like the way it looks. You guys remember my so-called knife video? Um, yeah, I'm the one that paid 125 bucks for a $15 Pakistani fixed blade because of that Damascus. So anyway, man, this is a green micarta. You can definitely tell that Dopey uses this knife, and it feels great. It feels really great in hand. It's I think I would call it a budget knife because it's a Civivi, but it's on like the higher end of the budget spectrum for Civivi. So like this knife is like 99 bucks at Blade HQ. They still do have some of them in stock. I'm not sure exactly what they run on the secondary market. The micarta feels great. It's not as soft as like say the Paragon. So if you're familiar with the Paragon, it doesn't have that texture, but it does have a nice texture if you know what I mean. Okay, I've handled the Civivi riffle that Ken now has. That micarta was so hard that it reminded me more of like a G10 or something like that. It felt like a good handle, like it felt like good scale material, but it didn't feel like micarta. So this is going to be somewhere in between all that. Like it's not a bad micarta at all. So the Conspirator is a button lock. Man, it just feels great, dude. Like you can't shake the knife open, or I haven't been able to, but you just push the button and let it. I've had button locks before that didn't feel so great. This is this one actually performs very well. I do like the fuller. It's got a fuller on both sides, and it makes for a very great opening mechanism for a reverse flick if you like that type of thing. Since I figured out how to do it, that's my number one preferred method of opening a knife. Not that it matters. Dopey has done something with this clip. I'm not sure. I believe he may have flamed that, but I told him I wasn't going to carry the knife because I don't want to scratch it up. He said, "Man," he said, "I carry them. Those clips are cheap." He said, "It's just flame tie." I thought it was like a mocha tie or Damascus. I wasn't really sure, but anyway, I still don't have all the details of what's going on with that clip. I'm sure he's told me, but I don't remember. Feels great regardless. It is milled out on the inside. Not sure if you guys can see that on camera. It's milled out on both sides for weight relief. Let's find out what the weight is. Sorry, man, that hurts my ears. I'm sure that does not translate through the video very well. Saying 3.8 ounces, so it's got the exact same weight as the Kaiser Escort. Dirk Pinkerton design. You may have already seen that video. If you did, or if you haven't, check it out. Okay, let's see if I can move that without screeching. I'll work on that, promise. All right, where are we at? So it's 8.11 inches overall. I made a little bit of, you might not be able to tell, I made some marks on the board here to see if we could, yeah, so it's just barely over that 8-inch mark, and I've got 10 inches measured out here. So maybe that'll help in the future for not just us, but maybe you too, that like to count blocks. We line it up over here. Just the tips just barely coming over that 8-inch mark. I like this knife, man. I really do. Like it might not be something that I would immediately grab up. I would probably try to find one with the maybe like a 14C28 steel or whatever they happen to use, whether it be 154 or 14C28, whatever they use. Just a regular steel. Even if it's D2, like it doesn't matter if it's tool or stainless to me. I don't really care about all that. But like it'd be kind of like I do kind of like to know what materials went into the blade. So unless I can find some like concrete information about what kind of, yeah, I like how Damascus puts it. I was like, damn, it's steel. And I don't know what they're using now, but at one point they were using like, I want to say, I may be wrong. I may have got this information from somebody else that was making Damascus. I want to say they were using like 14C28 and like A4 or A2 tool steel or something like that. And like, and they were, whoever I was talking to was telling me why, and I was like, okay, good enough. Like that's fine. I mean, I guess I could tell it's anything though, couldn't they? Wouldn't that be a conspiracy theory? And this is the only conspiracy theory you need to worry about right now. It's Civivi Conspirator. Man, I'm not gonna roll this video out too long. I don't have any, I don't have any experience with it. Like I haven't used it or anything. It's just a first impressions video. I love the way it feels in hand. I like the jimping. I'm not sure if Courtney will like it or not. She's setting this one out. She's about knifed out, y'all. So, anyway, pretty simple design. Very elegant, like this type gentleman knife. Let's do some size comparisons real quick before we end the video. I did not like the way the camera angle was on the Kaiser Escort video, so I went back to another tripod. So this is the Ontario Rat. Let's line them up here at this 9-inch mark. That's the Ontario Rat 1, and that's 35 VN. Full video up on it if you want to check it out. Got the Never Leave My Side, Go to Hell knife. Chavez 229 Redemption. Mini Paragon. And I'll throw this in here just to keep on vocalizing it until we hear a decision one way or the other. But if you want to see the XL Kaiser Paragon coming to fruition, you might want to make your way to White Mountain Knives and click on that Notify Me tab on the extra large Kaiser extra large Paragon. Yeah. And this is the regular Paragon, or the regular mini Paragon. What else we got over here? How about the Landers? That's a pretty big knife for Ben. You guys remember Ben from he owns NAFs. And anyway, like Ben and Zach used to, like Zach in the Wild, Ben used to be on Blade HQ. What is this? Civivi, the Brazen. This is the Brazen Tonto. So it's right about the same size, man. Like this knife too. Video will be coming up on it. I think Ben did the color on this knife. I'm gonna have to get this straightened out before I do the video on that. I'll get back with Dopey. He told me everything. I'm old, and my memory doesn't serve me well most of the time. All right, so knife slander or knife slander, and then here is the Civivi Spiny Dogfish, which is a very cool little knife, man. Like it's. We'll get into it later, but I like this knife. It's like, I'm not crazy about JG10, but I do like playing with this knife. It's very fidgety, and I don't know, just kind of comfortable. You wouldn't think that it would be very ergonomic, but man, it feels really good in hand. Like it does. Like it's got this, I don't know, it's real little too. Like the scales are very small for what I prefer, but it finds its way, man. It just finds its way. And some knives do that. Some knives are designed in a manner where they can just find a way, and this just happens to be one of them. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, please consider to do so. I throw this in at the end of the videos because I would rather people subscribe that watch the whole video, right? So if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. You made it through one of my whole videos. Congratulations. If you don't mind, hit the like button if you like it. If not, hit the dislike button. Tell me why you didn't like it in the comments. Thank you very much for your time. We'll catch you on the flip side.